Assalamu alaikum students and welcome to SM Public Academy Campus 5. So I hope you all are doing good and I hope you all are doing great at home, and at the same time you are staying home and you are staying safe and you are taking care of yourself, okay? So I welcome all the grade 4 students to our English literature class today, and I am Saba Arif, you all know me. So we will be having a literature class today. So hurry up and take out your books, the wide range readers, book 4. Hurry up and take out your books. Today we will be beginning a new lesson in that book. So let me show you. This is the book that you have, the wide range readers, Green Book 4. And the lesson that we are going to begin today is on page number 78, Escape for 3. Let me highlight it for you. Okay, so this is what we are doing today, Escape for 3, okay? So I want you all to open up to page number 78 and we are going to begin a new lesson today, okay? So, who do you think are the three first of all? Are these three children? Are these three places? What are three? What three are we talking about? Any idea, anyone? Okay, so let me tell you, these three are actually children. We are talking about three children, okay? And what is to escape? What is the meaning of escape? Anybody knows what is the meaning of escape? What is the meaning of escape? Come on, hurry up, start thinking. What is the meaning of escape? Can anybody tell me? Escape is to run away or to go away from somewhere, okay? To escape from somewhere means to run away from there or to leave that place, okay? So, escape for three, as the name of our lesson is, means that the three children are going to escape. They are going to go away somewhere. Now, why are they going to go away somewhere? And who will take them away and what's going to happen? I think it's going to be a very interesting story. So come on, let's don't waste time and start reading. So have you all opened your books to page number 78? Hurry up, come on. Let's start reading. Okay. So let me show you. I'm giving you 1 minute. Hurry up, take out your books on page number 78. Escape for 3. You can underline the word escape. Long ago in the city of Paris, three children sat at home by the fire. It was beginning to get dark, but they did not dare to light the candles, for the street outside was filled with noisy, shouting people. Okay, so what is happening here? That it is, this story is long, long ago. And which city is this story is from? This story is from the city of Paris. Okay, Paris is the capital of France. Okay, France is the country and Paris is its capital. Okay, so it is situated in the city of Paris, and three children were sitting close to the fire because definitely it was cold and it was beginning to get dark. Underline the word beginning here. It can come in the dictations, okay? Underline beginning. Beginning to get dark, but they did not dare. Now, what is the meaning of dare? They did not dare. That means they did not have the courage to do something, okay? Dare means to have the courage to do something. So the children did not dare to light the candles. That means they were so scared they did not have the courage to light the candles and to make their room bright because they were sitting in the dark. And why were they so scared and they were so like upset, and they were sitting all the quiet in the dark? Because the street outside, underline the word street, because the street outside was filled with noisy, shouting people. Okay, shouting, underline shouting. So the street was filled with noisy, shouting people. Now, definitely, if you are in your home and you have some people fighting at outside your street and it's all dark and quiet, then definitely it gets a little bit scary because we always have a feeling that why are these people fighting? What is wrong? Has something been stolen, or is there a thief around, or what is happening, right? So we are always scared when something is going noisy or shouting people are outside your street. That makes the situation a little bad for everyone, okay? They sound so rough and angry, murmured Jean, who was 8. So The first child to talk was Jian, and Jian was murmured. Murmured means to talk in a very low voice. Okay, murmured Jian. So what happened that first of all Jian spoke, and what did she say? That the sound is so rough and angry. That means these people are shouting so angrily and roughly. Okay, and how old was she? She was 8 years old. Okay, Beta, she was 8 years old. I'm frightened, whispered Pierre, who was only 5. I wish mother and father would come. So, what did Pierre say? That he said that, I am scared and I'm frightened and I hope mother and father would come. And how old was he? He was only 5 years old. Okay. So, now the first child was Jian, who was 8 years old. The second one is Pierre, who is how many years old? He is only 5 years old. And now, one thing more, we understand that these children are alone at home because their mother and father are not there. Okay, mother and father are somewhere outside, and they are hoping that their mother and father are going to come home and things will get better. I hope they'll not come, said Robert anxiously. He was 9 and he knew that would not be safe for mother and father to try to get home through the angry crowds. So, underline the word anxiously here and crowds. Okay. So what did Robert say? Robert say he was the oldest one amongst the three. Okay. He was the oldest child. He was 9 years old. And he said that I hope mother and father are not going to come right now because people are shouting, they are fighting. And I don't want mother and father to come here right now and, face this shouting and, loud and noisy crowd. They might get stuck in, these people and they might hit them also or something might wrong go on. So I don't want them to come back. Okay. I want them to stay wherever they are because our streets are very noisy right now. What is the meaning of anxiously? Worried and nervous. Okay. So he was worried about the parents that they should not come home. It will be much better for them to stay away until the trouble is over, he explained. They know that Mary will look after us. Okay, so what is Robert saying? That, I hope that they know we are safe in the home because definitely if we are inside the home, we are safe. And then we have somebody who is called Mary to take care of us. So this shows that the children are actually not alone at home. Who do they have with them? Mary, okay? They have Mary with them. Now, who's Mary? We will know after when we read on. Okay. Was it understood, children, so far? That there are three children: Jean, Pierre, and Robert. And all three are, Robert is the oldest one. He's 9 years old. Jean is 8, and Pierre is 5 years old. And what is going on? That they are just sitting by themselves in a room, dark room, and they are very much worried because outside some people are shouting and fighting. And Pierre, because he is a small, he thinks that they should come home, his parents. But Robert explains that no, it's good for the parents to stay outside because it's dangerous for them to come home right now through this shouting and angry crowd. Okay, crowd is a group of people. Okay, so let's move on. I don't understand what the trouble is about, said Jian. So Jian could not understand. She was only 8 years old. That what is going on? Why are the people shouting? Why are the people, like so angry? And what is the reason why are they so angry with each other? Well, replied Robert, it's like a war between the rich and the poor. There are many people in Paris who are so poor that they haven't enough money for food. So they have started to rob the rich people. They are turning them out of their houses and putting them in prison. Okay. So underline the word rob here. Rob means to steal, okay? And prison is a jail. To put somebody in behind the bars in a jail, okay? So Robert told Jen that what is actually happening, why are the people so angry outside? Because there is a war between whom? Between the rich people and the poor people. There are so many poor people in Paris that he says that the poor people cannot take up anymore being poor. And what have they started? Because if they will not have the money, they will die of hunger, of they don't have a shelter and everything. So they're stealing, they are robbing the rich people, they are taking away their belongings. And what are they doing? They are throwing the rich people out of their houses and putting them in prison. So actually the poor people are making it difficult for the rich people to live in Paris because they want to have more money, more things to eat, a shelter, a home. So they are fighting with the rich people, and this is what all the noise is about. Even the children asked Pierre. So, Pierre is upset that are they also throwing out the children from their houses? Yes, even the children. Okay, so now the situation is very risky because if these three children are alone at home and the poor people come in and if anything goes wrong, so they are more scared. Jeanne gazed round thoughtfully at the room in which they sat. It had beautiful soft chairs and couches. It had curtains of velvet and tall, slim candles in stands of crystal and gold. She looked at her two brothers, so handsome in their fine clothes, and she looked down at her own dress, reaching to her toes in a cloud of pink frills. Okay, so underline the word gazed here. Gazed means to look for a long time, to stare at something. Okay, and underline couches. Couches are sofas. Okay, they're also sofas. Underline velvet. Okay, crystal. Okay, and also underline frills. Okay, so what happened that all these children, when they're sitting by themselves, and Jane, then when she heard that okay, the rich people and poor people are fighting, so she looked around and she started to think if they were rich or poor. And when she looks around the room, she sees that they have a beautiful setup. They have beautiful chairs, couches, sofas, and the curtains are of velvet. That means they must be very expensive. And there are candle stands in silk, crystal, and gold. That's definitely expensive piece of decoration. And then she looks at herself and her brothers and the way they are dressed up. They are finely, wearing nice clothes, nice clean clothes. So she assumes that, oh, definitely we are rich because our home has a beautiful setup. I suppose we are rich, she said. Oh, yes, replied Robert, we are very rich. At present, I wish that we were not. So, because Robert is now a big boy, he understands what are the difficulties that the rich people are facing right now. So, he says that, yes, we are rich actually, and I suppose we were not because definitely there are more poor people as compared to rich people, and the poor people are actually giving a very hard time to the rich people living in Paris. So he says that I hope we were not rich because if the people outside recognize or if they figure out that we are rich people, then they're also going to throw us out of our home, and they can also harm us. They can put us in the prison, in the jail, okay, and even the children. So now the children are more scared because the younger ones are now understanding what is actually happening outside. I hope it's clear till here. Let's move on. Jeanne opened her mouth to say, well, it isn't our fault. But at that moment, the shouting outside became so loud that she covered her ears and crept closer to the fire. Fault is an error or mistake. Okay, underline fault and underline crept. Crept means to move very slowly. So what happened that she wanted to understand that, tell Robert that this is not our fault, and if we are rich, that is because our parents must have worked hard, and all that. But before she could argue on that or she could discuss that thing with her brothers, all of a sudden it was the shouting was so loud that she was so scared. She just, came closer to the fire and she covered her ears because she couldn't take it anymore. And she was very upset and very scared that what is going to happen now, because definitely if the people are coming closer, if they are coming nearer to our house, then they might also break in. And if they come in, then what is going to happen? So because they only have their maid with them. Then the door opened and in came Mary. Mary was the children's nurse, and they knew that she would look after them whatever happened. Okay, so underline nurse and underline okay, that's okay. So who was Mary? Now Mary came in, and Mary was actually the children's nurse, that is, she used to take care of the children when their parents were not there. And they were so confident about Mary that they knew that because Mary is here, she will take care of them and she will not let the children get harmed in any way. Okay, she will save them from all the problems, all the troubles, all the harmful things. And they were very much sure that Mary will be there to help them always. Okay. Listen, she said softly. So what did Mary say to them? She said, listen, in a very soft voice. Okay, she said it softly. We must leave Paris tonight. I will take you to my brother's. So what is she saying? That okay, we have to leave Paris tonight, and I'm going to take you all to my brother's place. Okay. Now where does the brother live? Let's see. My brother's farm. But the journey will be dangerous and I will have to hide you. Okay, so she said that the journey is going to be traveling from one place to another. Okay, so journey will be dangerous, underline dangerous, and I will have to hide you. Put on your warmest cloaks and go down to the courtyard door, but don't open it until I come. I will dress myself as an old farm woman and I will take you out of Paris in a cart. You will have to lie quite still and let me cover you with a straw. It will be uncomfortable, but you must be brave. Okay, so what is a cloak? Underline cloak here, beta. Cloak is a loose dress without sleeves. Okay, and what did she say? That okay, now she has a plan here. Mary has come up with a plan and she says that I'm going to take you children to my brother's farmhouse. But how will I take you? First of all, you just go put on your warm clothes so that you don't feel cold outside, and then go down the stairs and wait outside the courtyard door. Okay, underline courtyard door, and just wait until I come, and I will dress up myself like a farm woman, an old farm woman, so that nobody looks, nobody gets suspicious that I am a rich person's nurse or anybody, and people think that I am also an old woman. And I'm going to take you people from here in a cart. Okay, a cart is like what you see with the vegetables, people coming to your lane every day selling vegetables, they have a cart with them, right? So she said, I'm going to put you people in a cart, and what I will do, I will cover you with the straw. Okay, I'll make it look that I'm an old woman carrying vegetables from the farm, and I'll put a straw on you. A straw is dry grass. Okay, she said, I'm going to put the straws on you, and it will be uncomfortable. Definitely, dry grass is going to be, a little bit hard. It's going to prick you. It's going to, be like needles. Sometimes it's very rough, but you have to be brave. Okay. Oh, we'll be brave, said Jeanne quickly. Going out to fetch the cloaks, Pierre looked puzzled and rather frightened. Fetch means to find. Okay, and how, what did Jian say? That oh, we'll be brave, and she quickly went outside to find the cloaks, to find their loose dresses without sleeves, to put them on the warm cloaks. But Pierre was looking puzzled and frightened. Puzzled is confused. He could not understand what is happening because he was only 5 years old, so he could not understand actually what is happening. Okay, he was confused, he was frightened, he could not understand what is happening, and why was Mary doing all this and what was actually going on outside. It will be like a game of hide and seek, said Robert with a smile. Real hide and seek. You'll play, won't you, Pear? So now, because Robert is old enough, he can understand that if Pear is getting scared, and he might be start crying, and he's going to be a little difficult for him to go do all this. So what did he say? Oh, it's going to be like hide and seek, and Pierre will play hide and seek with us, and come on, let's play. And he's actually trying to boost up his morale. That okay, fine, Pierre, you can do it, you can play it, no problem. Mary hurried away and Jan came in with the cloaks. They were thick and warm and cozy. So Mary went away to dress up like an old woman, and at the same time Jane came back with the cloaks. And what were the cloaks like? They were thick, they were warm, and they were cozy. Okay, so that means they were very good quality cloaks. Robert felt very big. He was the eldest. He would have to look after Jeanne and Perry. Remember, he said, you will have to keep quite still and not say a word. You will be able to do that, won't you, Jian? Yes, replied Jian. So now the children are all set. They have an image in their mind what they have to do. They are planning that, okay, what we have to do is we have to be brave, we have to be strong, we have to lay down still, we cannot move when we are in the cart because Mary will cover us with straw, and this will be like a game of hide and seek, but a real hide and seek. Okay, in which if we are found, then we might get hurt or somebody can even harm us. So we have to be very bold and very strong and very brave. Okay. And Robert is feeling big because definitely he's the oldest, so he thinks that he will have to take care of the younger ones. Okay. So let's answer these questions. In which city is the story located? Can anybody tell me? The story is located in the city of Paris, right? Who were the three children? The three children were Robert, the eldest, he was 9, then Jan, who was 8, and then Perry, who was 5 years old. Very good. Why did the children feel frightened? The children were frightened because there were noisy and shouting people on the street, and they were robbing the rich people and putting them in jails, and they were also treating the children in the same way, right? So that's why the children were frightened. And who was Mary? Mary was the children's nurse, and the children knew that if anything goes wrong, Mary will take care of them. Okay. So I hope you people have understood the lesson, and let's have the copy instructions here. You have to attempt this assignment in English literature copy. You have to make a triangle shaped pointer for final term. Leave a blank page after that. Make a title page for escape for 3, and you have to maintain your index. Okay, so make sure you fulfill all these instructions, and then you have to make the assignment like this, or you have to make the uh, index like this. That is, you're going to put final term, and then you're going to write assignment number 1, escape for 3 words meanings. Okay. And then you're going to do the assignment here. When you begin the word work, make a pointer for final term, and then leave a blank page after that. Okay, that is, this is how we are going to make a pointer, a triangle shaped pointer. Write final term on it, leave the blank page after that, and start work from the next page. Okay. So thank you, children. Take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.